President Garfield died on a Monday. Charles Guiteau had been a fervent supporter of the Republican Party during the 1880 election, believing strongly that his loyalty had earned him a government appointment. Disappointed by the lack of a position, Guiteau's resentment grew over time, and he developed an obsessive desire to make a political statement. On the morning of July 2nd, 1881, President Garfield and his two sons arrived at the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad station. Unbeknownst to him, Guiteau was lurking nearby, armed with a Webley revolver. Guiteau had been stalking Garfield for several days, studying his movements and routines. His initial plan was to assassinate the president at the White House, but he decided the railway station offered a better opportunity. Guiteau believed that killing Garfield would unite the Republican Party and elevate the stalwarts, a faction within the party with which he identified. At approximately 9:30 a.m., as Garfield entered the railway waiting room, Guiteau approached the president and fired two shots. One bullet grazed Garfield's arm, with the other barely missing his spinal cord. The immediate aftermath was chaotic. Onlookers apprehended Guiteau at the scene, preventing an angry mob from harming him. Meanwhile, President Garfield, though conscious, was in a considerable amount of pain. The wounded president was transported to the White House, where doctors attended him. Garfield's injuries were potentially non-fatal, but his condition was aggravated by the medical practices of the time. Alexander Graham Bell attempted to use a metal detector to locate the bullet, but it proved unsuccessful, so Garfield endured immense pain and gained multiple infections as doctors probed his wound with unsterilized instruments. Despite the medical team's best efforts, Garfield's health deteriorated over the course of several weeks. President Garfield finally succumbed to his injuries on Monday, September 19, 1881, some 2.5 months after being shot, with his death prompting a reevaluation both of medical practices and the presidential security in this country. Guiteau's trial was completely sensationalized in the media. He claimed that he shot Garfield to ensure the success of the aforementioned stalwarts, but his defense was erratic. The jury convicted him, and he was executed by hanging on June 30th, 1882, a Saturday.